Good morning. We had a no rate cut last week, and as I mentioned, volumes are just not there in the market, which suggests that the market doesn't want to take direction. And when I say market, I'm talking about the indices. Nifty in particular, just failing to go above 8640. As a matter of fact, I think we got 8640 on Thursday. I'm short in Nifty because that was the point, that if it cannot travel beyond 8640, you are supposed to short. That was kind of advice in the last YouTube program I had given. Well, Bank Nifty fading or failed to move above 19,000, and I also mentioned about SBI can move up to 285, which possibly did, and in that case 290 strike price called to be to short. I don't know how many of you have done that. I hold on to that view that that can be done. MRF target was met. 43,000 was the target, which happened, and I definitely told about CATAS looking strong. 995 potential level, it surpassed that and went to 1040, still trading around 1025. Momentum indicators and continuation patterns suggest it can still do movements beyond 1050. If at all it does, then the next target could be close to 1080. And while TAS stocks have been doing well, which was my point, I also thought about buying Rico Auto. It more or less did well. Souro's doing fine. There's a question from Mr. Dipankar Sharkar regarding Castrol future. I'm just updating my chart. It's on the process, and once I am through with the updated chart, I will let you know what exactly has to be done with Castrol future. Actually, these kind of futures are not very good to trade. So the liquidity factor is so low that one doesn't understand the movement. It's just sometimes it's a buy and hold, or it's a sell and hold types. So now I'll explain that in details coming to the market beginning 10th of August. We have 5 days of trading, followed by Independence Day on 15th August. There aren't any great triggers in the market which suggest that I should do this, I should do that. Maximum described as a range at this point of time. But I would like to discuss on a couple of stocks which may be worth visiting. And first of all, there are a couple of stocks which are going to get a place in the MSCI index. That necessarily means higher weightage for the FIs in these stocks because they follow the MSCI index. One name is Indiabulls Housing Finance. It has, over the time, and I did mention in a YouTube program about Indiabulls Housing Finance 2-3 weeks back. It's beautifully trending up. It can add on about 10-15% in price from here. it has nothing to do with housing finance. As a matter of fact, it is more to do with the inclusion in the MSCI. So don't look at a LIC housing or something else to justify whether Indiabulls housing finance will move up or not. There is a potential resistance at the current zone, and should it move out of this current zone by making a closing, let's say about 810.15, then as I said, it could add on to further rise. So on the lower side, I think what we are not getting is a trading pattern below 780. So let's assume that that's the stop for trading in Indiabulls housing finance. As a matter of fact, all housing finance companies have done pretty well over the last 1 year. Be it Canfin Homes or Repco or Group Finance, they've been doing pretty well. I think there are other two candidates in the MSCI new entry. Basically, they will be available to MSCI, or the inclusion could be from 1st of September. And I think the date for them to decide is close to about 17th of August. Then you have to check out when exactly it's getting into the MSCI list. But on a momentum play, definitely this. We have also pharma name, which would get included in the same way on terms of weightage, volume, FI limits. These are certain criteria under which a MSCI listing happens. In the past also we have seen there has been euphoria of this MSCI listing part. So the other name which can or may get included in MSCI, I'm going to narrate to you after a short break. By the way, coming Tuesday, at 10 to 10:30, I'll be appearing in Z Business channel for a half an hour talk show on stocks. So, সেটা পারলে দেখে গেল কিছু হয়তো নতুন stock idea দেব. And the other thing is that I want to know a review as to a lot of people do call me up, or the people who are watching it. I want to have an opinion poll as to whether I should do this program in Bengali or do I continue in English. The purpose of doing it in English was that people who do not understand Bengali, and there are quite a bit of them, they have the advantage of understanding from me. But if I have reviews from you all that a Bengali program would be much better, and if the majority of viewers want it in Bengali, then I will twist the program so that the non-Bengalis who do not understand Bengali would get the basic gist of it, but the narrative portion will be in Bengali to make it more well explained to the viewers. So what exactly to be done, it depends on the view. So you can call up Souro to say, or SMS in his number, or I don't know, you can access to the Facebook Whatever it is. I mean, I want an opinion poll basically, and thereby create the new program format. Thank you. So I was talking about the inclusion of Glenmark in the MSCI index. Now, I really don't track this stock quite a bit. My favorite remains to be Aurobindo Pharma. And on the value buying part, Sun Pharma is my top pick. I also like Ajanta, I like Natco, I like the, Wokhard, but those are for trading parameters. On fundamental value investing, I think Sun Pharma really foots the bill. Now, Glenmark is getting included, so we can possibly see some good up move in Glenmark. The more important fact is you have to choose. Problems are there in being able to trade a Glenmark. The day it's good, it's easy. The day it's wobbly, it's not. Like Britannia is also going to be included in MSCI index. Now, who the hell is going to trade Britannia? Though it will move up. So, anyway, the purpose is to identify one or two stocks for next week and trade bullish. The closing of CA tires do suggest me that you can also trade on the bullish parameter. Now what has happened, one of my favorites, SKS Micro, currently going through a corrective phase because it's trading below 572. So what do you do really? You short SKS every time it tries to go up and keep a closing stop of 574. Trading techniques. If you're an investor, you can start buying in installments, and if the correction continues, it can trade up to 520 or maybe 5-10 rupees lower than that also. Having done a good bullish move, it is normally retracing, but the stop is must. And you can trade well. Let's say, for example, IndusInd Bank did all the right things, went into a historic high, stabilized, and then started correcting and is now below 964, which means that IndusInd Bank will attempt several times to go up and then fail if it cannot trade above 964. So that's a pretty good stop, 967.68. For going short, the moment IndusInd Bank tries to go up. Volumes are low, so you will not get momentum, so it will be slow. That aspect you have to take care, that it's going to be a slow move, and thereby you have to do but multiple level jobbing, as we call it. It doesn't change the characteristics of the NPA and profitability of IndusInd Bank. Let's say example, Yes Bank is several times failing to move above. Now maybe 827, 28, unless it closes above 844. Several moves up to 835, 36. You have to go short on Yes Bank. So while DLF has gone up, I was watching on Friday, it is about 126 levels. It's a false move. It's just a false move. Now, if you short, obviously you have to keep a stop. That's 132. And if you want to go long, please, for God's sake, no point. There are big defense orders which has come up. A 5,000 crore order from the defense in Akash projects. Akash is a guided missile. The major participant in the nodal agency is BEL, B-E-L, Bharat Electronics. And the offloaded orders are through Larsen Toubro, Tata Power, the known names. What does that mean for Tata Power? This particular price level of Tata Power gets stabilized, number one. What movement it can make is another story. Technically, there is no evidence of a big up move, but fundamentals changes. So we are talking about a fundamental change in a small cap company called Tata Power, and some people do like small cap companies. I'm not going to trade, neither am I going to invest. I will watch for the fundamental change which happens out of this order, but I will definitely look at BEL, B-E-L, Bharat Electronics, on a much more closer basis, though it's not a tradable subject, it's an investment subject. But the concept of a Larsen Toubro is much more powerful, because the trading pattern of Larsen Toubro and the price pattern of Larsen Toubro suggests that any move above 1850 or on retracement, any buy with stop of 1790, these are future levels, is good to trade. So you have a fundamental reason to back up a Larsen Toubro, and then when you are chasing the stock on the momentum basis, you are not looking at Larsen Toubro in terms of construction and infrastructure. You are looking at Larsen Toubro on the basis of the defense deal which they are to execute through their nodal agency called BEL. So if you make a combination of BEL and Larsen Toubro, it may be in order, it might be in order, but you also have to check up Tata Power. I will not have the time to check up Tata Power, but I thought I will give you some idea as to why Tata Power now needs a reckoning. Like typically Suzlon, after 14 quarters, there's a profit. More importantly, a 15,000 crore debt has come down to 7,000 crore. which means the company will now be able to efficiently manage the interest cost. The top line is pretty okay, and as long as you maintain a top line or grow a top line, profits will follow sooner or later, and thereby Suzlon becomes a turnaround case. But then technically, as long as Suzlon is not above 27 by closing, rupees 27 by closing, it doesn't move up. But do we get back it at 20 bucks, 21 bucks? Okay, if the market is a big fool, which it is not, we'll get it at 2021. And that's a buy. Right now it's 25. Is it a buy at 25? I don't know. I will rather buy on the closing basis of 27. But I will try to buy dips and do about 80 paisa to 1 rupee jobbing. And that's the way you handle a handle a Suzlon. Say for example, Tisco traded below 250. The other day I was finding that it was trading around 265. Now this is a false move. And these moves are normally confronted with bears striking back. Well, let's say I have a movement to about 270, 72, something like that. I can definitely go short. My master stop loss would be about 285. Well, currently you can also short with 272 as the stop. Basically, the attempt to short these kind of movements are well done. There was a question on Castrol which I need to answer. And Castrol, as I was saying, not a great highly liquid stock. Right now, on a Friday closing basis, is about 496.70. I think there are multiple tops generated around the area of about 508, 5010. Thereby, Castrol, though exhibiting some kind of bullish pattern, would have a support level somewhere around, let's say, 484.85, and now we are at 496.97. Now, if you have a position which is plus position or a buy position, you can sell that position and reinstate above 509 closing and then job it. I think there are multiple failures around 502. So the current stop could be 503 if you are selling at the current position. The master stop will be 510, and that is okay. But as I say, volumes are not great by which one can really trade. We were discussing on defense, and I was talking about Tata Power. And let's say Tata Power, Tata Power Company. Now it's trading at, it's a corrective trading, and currently at about 69. Let's say a movement can start provided it closes above definitely 71 point, let's say 71 and a half. There can be some patterns by which it can start moving up because of the defense story which I was talking about. But there's no evidence statically that this could turn into a kind of upward trending and all that. So rest of the ideas are there in my newspaper. I have covered a couple of stocks this time, couple of futures. Please check up those for further trading ideas. And I have again a request to make that if I have the number of registered users of this YouTube program beyond a certain number, I get some priorities by the YouTube company. So you have a simple thing to do, and that is not going to cost you any money. You have to access through Gmail,
ID.
through your Gmail ID.
Login to YouTube.
ছোট কিভাবে হয় exactly?
Gmail with Gmail ID they have to log in YouTube and then subscribe to the channel Souro Shanto Saura Santa Biswas.
Okay. You have to log into the YouTube through your Gmail and then subscribe to the channel which is Souro Shanto Bishwas.
Saura
Saura
Santa.
Santa Biswas. 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 That subscription becomes official and thereby I have this advantage. So my small request is just do that. Whoever has already done it, কতজন করেছে বন্ধু?
389.
Some 400 people have already done it. I need the magic number of 1000. So একে ওকে দিয়ে করালেই তো হয় ব্যাপারটা। সব যে নিজের নামে করতে হবে, দুনিয়া ভরে জিমেল নাম্বার আছে, সেখান থেকে করলে ব্যাপারটা দাঁড়িয়ে যাবে। তাদের কতগুলো অ্যাডভান্টেজ তৈরি হয়, সেটা আমার পক্ষে সুবিধা, নাম্বার ওয়ান। Number two, my seminar is coming up on 6th of September and the discounted rate of booking is available up to 15th August, that means next Saturday. So whoever wants to attend, this is happening in Lalit Great Eastern, Dalhousie, earlier Great Eastern Hotel, and that's happening on 6th, which is a Sunday, 6th September, starting from 10 o'clock, ending at 5 o'clock. A pretty expensive hotel. So the ticket price also has been made a bit expensive, apparently. I don't think that's a very big expense. I am going to deliberate on theme portfolios, theme stocks, and there will be quite a bit of new ones. But what is going to happen is that approach to portfolio investments on our swing trade model is the first time I am going to describe in general and in particular how that works, and that is something which I am myself excited about. To a small extent I have already started doing it for clients with excess of 5 lakhs of fresh funds or 5 lakhs of value of this thing. It cannot be done with a 1 lakh, 2 lakh type A. You can't get it done. It has to be done on a bigger scale of 5 lakhs plus, because there are sectorial attack, basket construction, and blah 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 blah. So these book your tickets. You can book it online, basically pay online rather. আর কি? আর তো things like monsoon, August, people are going to watch. Parliament is in total doldrums. More or less accepted that XYZ is not coming. So no positive cues from that side. All taken together, market lacks trigger to go up, but the triggers can happen all of a sudden out of the blue, and we will have to wait for that, and for that I need a closing of Nifty above 8650. Thank you for watching the show.